Hello and welcome to the second annual CurryKingWurst Movie Awards. Today is all about movies that were released in 2021, with a few exceptions. So, let's begin. The nominees for Best Makeup and Hairstyling are The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Coming to America, Cruella, Dune, House of Gucci, Don't Look Up, and The Suicide Squad. And the Currywurst goes to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. The nominees for Best Costume Design are Nightmare Alley, Cyrano, West Side Story, Cruella, Dune, The Tragedy of Macbeth, Spencer, and The Green Knight. And the Currywurst goes to The Green Knight. The nominees for Best Original Score are Encanto, Don't Look Up, Parallel Mothers, Dune, The Power of the Dog, and The French Dispatch. And the Currywurst goes to Dune. The nominees for Best Original Song are Somehow You Do from 4 Good Days, Down to Joy from Belfast, Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, Surface Pressure from Encanto, Be Alive from King Richard, and No Time to Die from No Time to Die. And the Currywurst goes to Surface Pressure from Encanto. The nominees for Best Sound are Belfast, No Time to Die, Dune, West Side Story, The Power of the Dog, and Coda. And the Currywurst goes to Dune. The nominees for Best Production Design are Dune, Nightmare Alley, Belfast, The Tragedy of Macbeth, The Power of the Dog, The French Dispatch, West Side Story, and Last Night in Soho. And the Currywurst goes to The French Dispatch. The nominees for Best Visual Effects are Free Guy, Spider-Man No Way Home, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Titan, Dune, Malignant, The Green Knight, and Antlers. And the Currywurst goes to Dune. The nominees for Best Film Editing are The French Dispatch, Tick Tick Boom, Licorice Pizza, West Side Story, Belfast, Summer of Soul, King Richard, Dune, The Power of the Dog, and Don't Look Up. And the Currywurst goes to Summer of Soul. The nominees for Best Animated Short Film are Robin Robin, Box Ballet, Bestia, Affairs of the Art, and The Windshield Wiper. And the Currywurst goes to Bestia. The nominees for Best Documentary Short Film are Lead Me Home, Audible, The Queen of Basketball, 3 Songs for Benazir, and When We Were Bullies. And the Currywurst goes to The Queen of Basketball. The nominees for Best Live Action Short Film are Please Hold, On My Mind, The Long Goodbye, A la Cachu, Take and Run, and The Dress. And the Currywurst goes to A la Cachu, Take and Run. The nominees for Best Documentary Feature Film are Ascension, Attica, Flea, Summer of Soul, and Writing with Fire. And the Currywurst goes to Attica. The nominees for Best Animated Feature Film are The Mitchells vs. the Machines, Flea, Encanto, Luca, and Raya and the Last Dragon. And the Currywurst goes to Flea. The nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay are The Lost Daughter, Dune, Coda, Drive My Car, The Power of the Dog, Tick Tick Boom, Minamata, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, The Green Knight, Old, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. And the Currywurst goes to Coda. The nominees for Best Original Screenplay are King Richard, The Worst Person in the World, Licorice Pizza, Belfast, Don't Look Up, Last Night in Soho, Pig, The King's Man, The French Dispatch, The Harder They Fall, 9 Days, Red Rocket, and Shiver Baby. And the Currywurst goes to Licorice Pizza. The nominees for Best Cinematography are 9 Days, Dune, West Side Story, The Tragedy of Macbeth, The Power of the Dog, The French Dispatch, Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom, Cyrano, Titan, Belfast, Drive My Car, Nightmare Alley, and Eternals. And the Currywurst goes to The French Dispatch. The nominees for Best Director are Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, Ryusuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car, Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Julia Ducournau for Titan, Guillermo del Toro for Nightmare Alley, Denis Villeneuve for Dune, and Maggie Gyllenhaal for The Lost Daughter. And the Currywurst goes to Kenneth Branagh. The nominees for Best Ensemble Cast are Coda, 9 Days, House of Gucci, Eternals, The French Dispatch, The Suicide Squad, Tick Tick Boom, Belfast, Nightmare Alley, and The Harder They Fall. And the Currywurst goes to The Harder They Fall. The nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Judi Dench for Belfast, Ingenue Ellis for King Richard, Catherine Hunter for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog, Glenn Close for 4 Good Days, Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, and Rita Moreno for The West Side Story. And the Currywurst goes to Ariana DeBose. The nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Al Pacino for The House of Gucci, Jesse Plemons for The Power of the Dog, Cody Smith-McPhee for The Power of the Dog, Troy Kotsur for Coda, Jeffrey Wright for The French Dispatch, Kieran Hines for Belfast, Idris Elba for The Harder They Fall, and Bradley Cooper for Licorice Pizza. And the Currywurst goes to Troy Kotsur. The nominees for Best Lead Actress are Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Kristen Stewart for Spencer, Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Renate Reinsve for The Worst Person in the World, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Rachel Zegler for West Side Story, and Lady Gaga for House of Gucci. And the Currywurst goes to Penelope Cruz. The nominees for Best Lead Actor are Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom, Dev Patel for The Green Knight, Will Smith for King Richard, Peter Dinklage for Cyrano, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Simon Rex for Red Rocket, Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, and Cooper Hoffman for Licorice Pizza. And the currywurst goes to Peter Dinklage. The nominees for Best International Feature Film are Flea, Drive My Car, The Hand of God, Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom, Titane, The Worst Person in the World, and Parallel Mothers. And the currywurst goes to Titane. The nominees for Best Feature Film are Belfast, Coda, The Power of the Dog, Dune, Titane, King Richard, The Worst Person in the World, The Tragedy of Macbeth, 9 Days, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story, Pig, Licorice Pizza, Drive My Car, Tick, Tick, Boom, The Green Knight, The French Dispatch, and Encanto. And the currywurst goes to Drive My Car. So, congrats to all the winners and to the other nominees as well, of course. Some of the wins may come to you as a surprise, others probably didn't, I don't know. Yes, I'm sure I've missed some critically acclaimed movie from 2021, but I can't watch everything as hard as I'm trying. I mean, some do come to mind that maybe would have changed the outcome of a category here or there, but I can't do anything about it now, can I? So, if you've been here for last year's awards, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed these as much as you did last year's. If this is your first time here, maybe check out last year's awards. They were also very nice, I liked them. Maybe because I made them, but yeah. I mean, I do make these mostly for myself. If someone's watching, nice. If not, nice too. So, if you got any questions or maybe suggestions for next year's awards, the comments are there. The comment section, just write away if you want. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, maybe like the video and subscribe to the channel, but I'm not forcing you, you do what you want. And like last year, the day this is released is my birthday, and I've decided I'm doing this on my birthday for the foreseeable future, for as long as I do this. I set my birthday as the release date. I decided, yeah. So if you want to wish me a happy birthday, the comments, yes, just type if you want. And yeah, that is actually it right now. So all in all, watch more movies, maybe even some that you've seen here, and maybe see you next year. Goodbye. Maybe I should do bloopers next year. There was a lot of stuff that I immediately deleted because I misspoke or mispronounced something or just talked whatever. But yeah, I immediately deleted the files, so maybe next year I'll just save them and put up another video on just bloopers. Well, I don't know.